And I think we have time for just one last question. And we're taking it from Nico Garcia, who is watching through our Rappler live stream. And he asks, what kind of president should the Filipino people be looking come 2022? And in relation to that, Madam Vice President, we also have to ask, while we will not press further as to whether you have made your decision or not, we wanted to know what are the factors or conditions that you are considering in making a decision to go for it in 2022.
The first question changed over time in the sense that the pandemic has only exacerbated our need for a president who is there on the ground, who is hands-on, who is not afraid to roll up his sleeves and be with the people as we battle this, go back to normal in the soonest possible time. So it is always in the context of the pandemic that we need a leadership that believes in a data-driven approach, that listens to experts, that is there, who will manage the day-to-day COVID-19 response of the entire operations. One of the things that I have always been saying is that while many of our government agencies are doing their work, a lot of our offices, a lot of our agencies, I feel, are still working in silos. There is a lack of a whole of government approach in doing these things. And because this crisis is unprecedented, it would need a president to be on top of everything. That's one. And number two, what are the factors that I am considering in making a decision? There are a lot. One of them is the feasibility of doing a presidential run. I'm a very new politician. I belong to a party which after the 2016 elections was almost decimated to the ground. Meaning to say, there's been a lot of there's been a lot of migration between and among parties, and our party, because we belong. It was a party of the previous administration. Really suffered really badly after the 2016 election. So number one is really feasibility. I believe that there should only be one opposition candidate in the 2022 elections. And the reason why I believe that is that we have to accept that the president is again a very popular president, and to have many different candidates running against the elections will only ensure another 6 years of victory of the same kind of governance that the last 5 years has given us. And I'm not sure it's to the best interest of the country. So my sense is that whatever will require to unite the opposition, whether the candidate is myself or some other person, that will that is a subject of many discussions of several groups now. I am not an active member of those groups discussing, only because we are neck deep in our work with COVID response. There's a group called One Sambayan who's attempting to unite the opposition, and I have lended my support to One Sambayan while I cannot actively be part of it. I think it's again a good first step to unite the opposition. So it's really a lot of people are rushing me to make a decision already, but it's not that easy, because the feasibility of a presidential run is one of the primary considerations. As I have said, my run for the vice presidency was just like an accident. I was not prepared for a run for a national post. And it would require a lot of many different things, because a run for the presidency is very much different from my previous runs. So I'm while we're busy with all our COVID response initiatives, I have always been supportive of all the efforts to unite the opposition. So that remains to be seen in the next few months or so.